Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Lady Calamere. I am doing my 308th presentation and it's going to be on this guy. His name is Centeotl. Or if you can't pronounce it, just say Centeotl and that's fine. So who is he? Centeotl is the god of maize. And we're talking about M-A-I-Z-E, not a maze that you draw. And back then, of course, and their maize, like the blue corn and all these red corn, is more oily than the yellow and white corn we get here in America. And from what I believe, it's actually more nutritious and even oily. More oilier than the yellow or white corn, which was a staple food for many native tribes in the Americas. And it was Quetzalcoatl that was the one to bring maize, corn, to the land of the living from the land of the dead. And I discussed how Quetzalcoatl did it. It's a long day. Or as Quetzalcoatl has, well, there's another form of him, not gonna say they're the same god, in the Maya called Kukulkan. But we're talking about Centeotl. So he is very important. He may not be the most popular god that we know of today, and certainly wasn't the most important. But yeah, and some people may see this image as king corn, and sometimes the corn is different. Here he's holding the blue corn. And you can see this beautiful. This is a big one. And yeah, it's definitely ceramic. So anyways, who is he? What is he? So we already know that he is corn. And he is, by that, he is life. He is nourishment. His name actually translates to the dried maize that is still on the cob. And Teotl, as you see, the slush when the T-L is pronounced, it's like T. So Teotl means a deity, whether a divine being. So what was that? Cats. Cats are creepy sometimes. So his mother, who I discussed, is Tlazoltl. Again, in Nahuatl, or the Nahuatl language, it's not my primary language, and I try my best to pronounce deities the way they were pronounced, or still pronounce by the people that know of them or still love them and worship them. So, like, his headdress is made with maize. Like, he has a maize headdress. So, also, there are other traits shown about him with a black line that passes down his eyebrow, drew to his cheek, and then ending at his jawline. So you may see images like that. So anyways, in the beginning, around the month of February, the Aztec would plant the young maize, the corn. And so that was the planting of it. So he is adorned with maize. And he represented the continuation of life, food, nourishment. I would put him, if like, when you see the Hinduism, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, where Vishnu is a preserver, I would put him in the role of preserver and nourisher. So even the priest and priestesses oversaw planting and the planting and harvesting for this yield of corn. And they did have a great, profound reverence for this deity. And gratitude was given to him, prayers and sacrifices to him, to appease him, so that the crops will still go on. And this is not an easy statue to get, especially one like this. So when the crops did fail, and when people went hungry and there was famine, rituals took a very gloomy turn, a solemn turn, where even people would volunteer to sacrifice their lives for Centeotl. And yes, human sacrifices were done to him in an act of prayer and reverence to appease this god, to bring back the crops of corn, maize. So yes, human sacrifices were done. We are beyond that now, so we know we don't need to sacrifice other human beings, because we understand how the cycles of the earth is. We know we're going to see the sun the next day. We know we'll see the moon. We know the phases of the moon. We know it doesn't rely on human sacrifice or blood for a new day to begin. All right? So, anyways, back to this. There was dancing and ritual and song, chants done to this deity. And would I say he's approachable? Yes, he is. And what would you give this deity? Well, anything made from maize and corn. It could be popcorn, corn on a cob, any cooked any way you like, tortillas, cornbread, make anything from corn syrup. You can make something sweet from corn syrup for him. And you can give him sweets, traditional Mexican dishes. And we just passed Cinco de Mayo. I had quesadillas today that I made myself with my quesadilla maker. So you can think about making that for him. So you can give him anything to do with corn. He's also a god of prosperity. He's a god of abundance. He's a god of not just corn in your belly, but corn in your soul, if you know what I mean. Feeding your belly as well as your soul. But also to make sure that you have the money to put food on the table. So there's that. His other name also, Centeotl, also can also mean the dried ear of the maize god. I forgot about that. So he is the god of also green corn. So he not only he represents all colors. So sometimes you would see this as green, and some even have depictions with yellow corn, and on his headdress. And he also holds a scepter with corn cobs, a scepter with corn cob ears. In the Florentine Codex, this god is seen as a god of crop production and the harvest. He's also looked upon as a god of good luck. Not just good fortune, but also good luck. Which we can all use these days. And I'm just trying to think of the other name for him. And it will come to me. It will. The name is, oh God, I should have wrote it down, but I don't write these down. Xilonen. Xilonen, but it's pronounced Xilonen. And that means the hairy one. Literally the hairy one. And it's probably meant presents like the hairs like you see on the corn. So yeah, so he's also called the hairy one. Now, his other half, his wife, is Chicomequatl. Chicomequatl, or Chicomequat, which means 7 snakes. So that's his other half. So this god is the god of the day, with the days with the number 7. He's also the 4th lord of the night. So when you think about it, the 7th, 17th, the 27th, those would be his days because they have the number 7. And those are the days like we have now in our solar calendar. And his female partner is a maize goddess, Chicomequatl, the 7 snakes. And remember, he's also called a hairy one. So what you doing, Joker? He's behind there giving himself a bath. We got the Joker here today. Everyone say hi. So there are corn festivals in many native tribes. You have the green corn festival, the blue corn festival, and I've attended through ceremonies held by a lady named Black Diamond. Hello, Black Diamond, if you're watching. But yeah, she was given permission to hold these rituals, these ceremonies. So I would attend to them, and we would have a feast afterwards, and a lot of things involved corn, pretty much. Stews with corn, everything that you can imagine. What else do I want to talk about him? And again, I don't use notes or script, so just bear with me. Sometimes I get distracted, especially by cats. And remember, we got the 4 C's here. We got the cats, cuteness, craziness, and chaos with these guys. So he's also associated with fertility. The fertility in itself. And the fertility of the land. I mean, you have a maize god worshipped by the Mayan people, by the Olmec people. So in Mesoamerican cultures, they had the corn god. And also the corn goddess. Or the corn lady, or the the mother corn. I would call him King Corn or Father Corn or Lord of the Corn or Lord of the Maize. No, not Children of the Corn. I'm a horror movie. That just popped in my head. Sorry, ADD moment. And it was Quetzalcoatl that gave maize to humans. And that was during the fifth sun, which is the final sun that we're in, the fifth world. The fifth and final creation, I guess, before it resets. So, now, according to, what is it, Franciscan friar Bernardino, that's his first name, I think, I can't remember, but he was a Franciscan friar and a scholar. And this guy Bernardino, collected a story about how this god made a journey into the underworld and returned with cotton, right? He returned with cotton and an alcoholic drink. Can't think of the name. And oh yeah, agave. So it was made from agave called pulque. And he came with also sweet potatoes. So, and he gave all this to humans. So, according to Bernardino, Centeotl is sometimes associated with the morning star or the planet Venus in the morning. It's not really a star, it's a planet, right? So, according to Bernardino, there was also a temple dedicated to this god in the Tenochtitlan. That was a sacred precinct to the Mexica people who became the Aztec Empire, Tenochtitlan. So he had a temple there. How long have I been doing this? Oh, 23 minutes. Wow, it only feels like 10. Guess time flies when I do these things. So around the time of April 30th, there were ceremonies and dances that took place dedicated to the green corn, the green maize. And people would carry out like self-sacrificings and different like type of bloodletting rituals and sprinkling the blood throughout the homes, and they would young ladies would adorn themselves with necklaces and stuff made from corn seeds, and these maize and also maize ears, and the seeds were taken from the field, and they would place in front of the statue of him, and then they were put away and stored away for the next planting season, right? So Yeah, so you can use images of corn and maize around him, and you can also build a cornucopia and put like different things of food in it. And also when you think about it, since he brought sweet potatoes and pulque made from agave, you can give him tequila. So go back to your book, go back to your notes if you've been taking notes. You can give him tequila, and you can give him sweet potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes, boiled sweet potatoes. I mean, baked sweet potato. You can make it as fancy as you want. So again, he represents the food. Food for your body, food for your soul. Anyways, what else can I say about him? Also, maize was also a big part of the economy of the Mexica, the Aztec, and very part of their culture, woven into their culture. So he was a blessing for civilization and made civilization possible and farming possible. So, and not just being hunting and gathering. So again, he represented the celebration of life and the reason to celebrate. So, it's getting late here. Anyways, I'm just trying to think what else is about him. God, I'm yawning a bit. I'm still unpacking. I still have so much to put away. So he represents life. He represents life. I'm just trying to think what else. So he represents all the colors of corn. So when you think about the corn, the colors, the red corn, the green corn, yellow corn, white corn, blue corn, black corn. I've had black popcorn already. It's interesting. It's black in the outside and you pop it and it's like really pristine white in the inside. Oh yeah, don't forget blue corn, any corn chips, blue corn chips and stuff, which is interesting. Remember when they first came up with the chips at blue corn, I was like, I gotta try this. Anyways, I'm so old, so yeah. So his colors deal with all the colors of the corn. So, it was a story, he forgot to say his father's Tlaloc, which I already talked about, who happens to be a god of fertility, the god of rain. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little presentation on this god. I'm sorry to cut it short, but just like Joker, I'm feeling sleepy. Joker. Get him. Let me see if I can get him. There he is. Sleepy boy. Anyway, if you like my presentation, please give me a like and hit that subscribe button. And this lets me know I'm doing a great job. I do not have a Patreon account. I do not make a dime with these videos. So when you see this video even 10 years from now, wish me good luck, good finances, and prosperity. So good things are happening to me. A lot of things are happening, and mostly really good. Just tired and everything from the move. I just had to get away from, I was looking for a while and just had to get away from the place where I was living. I didn't even want to live in the state anymore. I really didn't. But yeah, I'm tired. But I wanted to get these out to you. I didn't want to let anyone down. I know lately I haven't been doing my YouTube videos as much as I should, but I'm going to try to rectify that. Y'all deserve better. And I want to honor my gods and goddesses and do this. So please wish me and my home and my cats good luck, good vibes, and good energy. And may good luck, good vibes, and energy be with you. And I've been going to concerts. I recently went to see Ice Nine Kills. Loved it. It was just recently, as I posted pictures of it. So anyways, thank you for watching. You're so awesome. Share this video with your friends and family. Tell others about this YouTube channel. I am now up to 777 subscribers. 777. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, and as always, blessed be.